Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we will delve into the Trade Unions Act of 1926, its historical context, the development of trade unionism in India and the significance of this legislation in shaping the labor relations. So let's get started. Before the era of mass industrialization, personal contracts govern the relationship between workers and employers. However, the advent of modern factories led to significant changes, creating a new class of dependent workers. This shift in dynamics resulted in the rise of trade unions, an organized group of workers advocating for fair play, better working conditions, and other entitlements. In India, trade unions gained prominence after the First World War. Visionaries like Sri Sorabji Shapurji Bengali and Sri N.M. Lokhande played crucial roles in forming early unions, like Bombay Mill Hands Association and the Madras Labour Union. The All India Trade Union Congress emerged in 1920 to counter the political influence on the trade unions. Nationalist leaders like Mahatma Gandhi recognized the importance of trade unions in improving employer-employee relationships. Gandhi introduced the concept of trusteeship, emphasizing the cooperation between workers and employers in mutual welfare. Commissions such as Whitley Commission highlighted the necessity of strong trade unions to address the challenges posed by industrialization. The Trade Unions Act 1926 is the cornerstone in development of trade union laws in India. The labor legislation, influenced by the International Labour Organization, which aims to establish social justice. The Constitution grants both central and state governments the authority to enact laws related to labor. Various labor laws like the Apprentices Act 1961, the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1971, and others contribute to the legal framework governing labor relations. Now let's focus on the Trade Unions Act of 1926. This legislation provides the registration of trade unions and outlines the laws related to the registered trade unions. This is a crucial legal framework addressing the concerns related to workers' rights, collective bargaining, and the regulation of trade unions in India. Now let's explore its key provisions section by section. The Act begins by defining a trade union under section 2 bracket H as a voluntary combination formed for the purpose of regulating relations between workmen and employers or among workmen or employers. It also includes federations of two or more trade unions. Now let's move on to the registration process. Section 3 to Section 14 establish structured mechanism for the registration of trade unions. Any 7 or more members can apply for registration, encouraging unions to formalize their status for benefits and legal protection. Section 6 outlines crucial provisions that trade union rules must incorporate. These includes the union's name, objectives, fund utilization, member list, maintenance, conditions for benefits, and more. Section 5 describes application process, while Sections 7 and 8 empowers registrars to seek information, change names, register unions after ensuring compliance. Upon successful completion of registration process, Section 9 mandates the issuance of certificate, serving as a conclusive proof of a union's legal recognition. Section 9A sets out the membership requirements ensuring that registered unions maintain the minimum number of members engaged in the related trade. Section 10 outlines conditions under which the registrar can cancel a union's registration, including fraud, non-existence, rule violations, or rescinding rules. Moving on to Section 11, which provides avenues for appeals in cases of registration refusals or cancellations. Appeals can be filed in the High Court, Labour Court, or industrial tribunals. Section 12 emphasizes the importance of a registered office for the trade unions, where all the communications must be directed. Changes in the registered office must be promptly notified to the registrar. Section 13 confers corporate status on registered trade union. They become legal entities with perpetual succession, a common seal, contractual capacity, and the ability to sue and be sued. We have Section 15, which outlines how a registered trade union can spend their funds. From salaries and administration to workers' welfare and legal suits. This section provides a comprehensive list of activities for which the funds can be allocated. Moving on to Section 16, this part of the Act allows the registered trade union to establish a separate fund for political purposes. The key here is that the member can contribute voluntarily. Compulsion is strictly prohibited. Section 17 grants immunity to the members of registered union from criminal conspiracy charges related to agreements made for the lawful interest of the union. This is a crucial protection that members are not held criminally liable for actions in line with the union's objectives. Now let's talk about Section 18, which grants immunity from civil suits arising out of actions of furtherance or contemplation of trade disputes. This safeguards both the trade union and its members from the legal repercussions. But it is important to note that the immunity applies to legal and non-violent actions. Moving on, sections 19 to 22 cover agreements and membership. Section 19 validates the agreements among members of a registered trade union even if they restrain trade. Section 20 grants members the right to inspect the trade union records, ensures transparency. Section 21 and 21A details the membership rights and disqualifications, setting in criteria for the individual to be a part of a trade union. Sections 22 to 28 cover membership composition and the changes within the trade unions. Section 22 mandates that the half of the members should be employed in the industry relevant to the union. Sections 23 to 28 cover changes like name alterations, amalgamation rules, dissolution procedures, and the submission of annual returns to the registrar. Moving forward, sections 29 and 30 empower government to make regulations for trade unions. These regulations can cover registration procedures, audits, and document inspections. The key here is to ensure that the provisions of the Act are fairly executed. Finally, sections 31 to 33 outline penalties and procedures. Section 31 imposes fines for failure to submit returns and making false entries. Section 32 imposes fines for providing false information about a trade union. Section 33 defines jurisdiction of a court for trying offences under the Act, specifying the conditions for taking cognizance. And there you have it, a comprehensive overview of the Trade Unions Act 1926. This piece of legislation plays a pivotal role in shaping the rights and responsibilities of the trade unions in India. If you found this breakdown helpful, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more educational content. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.